The first thing we are going to understand is input and output variables. Like what is it? It is very basic. Input variable, output variable. Input variables are also known as predictors. Like why are they known as predictors? Because they predict the outcome. Like in an equation y equal to mx plus c, y is our output, x is our input. We give a value of x equal to 1, and then we get a value of y based on the value of m and the constant c. If m is 0 and c is 0, then y equal to x. In a graphical notation, we have values of x and we have values of y. For x equal to 1, if our function is y equal to x square, then y will be 1. If we put the input as 2, y will be 4. If you put the input as 3, then y will be 9. If you put the input as -3, then also y will be 9. So our graph will be somewhat this, y equal to x square. Our output variable is also called a dependent variable. Because this output variable is dependent on the input, so it is called dependent, and this becomes independent. When you're doing a data analysis, we have like various columns. Suppose we have columns based on cars. We have miles per gallon, we have displacement run by car, and we have the horsepower of the car. Now the miles per gallon is dependent on the displacement and the horsepower. Now how they are dependent, we don't know the exact equation, but we do know that miles per gallon is dependent on some factor or some form of displacement and horsepower. So the factor could be x, or factor could be a, factor could be b, or it could be d square, it could be anything. But all we know right now is that miles per gallon is dependent on displacement and horsepower. There could be many examples, like take a classic case of the game, right? Our deaths in a game is dependent on our skill, our team skill, teammates skill, or number of teammates we have. Like let's say in Overwatch, right? You have a 5v5 or a 5v4 scenario. So here this is our output variable, which is dependent on all these factors: input, output, input, also known as predictors, and this is also known as response variable. Like we are changing the value of displacement and horsepower in such a way that we get a response of miles per gallon. How accurate that response is, or if that response is even valid, that will come under further studies. Right now, this is your basic what input variable is and what output variable means. We have the equation y equal to f x plus e. the E is any constant. F is a function of x which can take up any form, x squared log x to the power x 1 by x, and that will be equal to y plus c, that is a constant, right? When we are given a data set, when we have a large data set, we have many forms of x. We have like x1 equal to like we said above, horsepower. We have x2 equal to displacement. We have x3 equal to engine type the car has, which will further affect y, which is the miles per gallon the car runs. We have x4 equal to the weight of the car. All these factors, in some, all these factors, all these input variables in some shape or form will provide us miles per gallon.